Claudia here, my great challenger. Welcome back to my channel. You saw the title of the video. Yes, this is something that I've wanted to do for a very long time, is to have real landscaping lights in my front yard. There's a lot of people on my streets who do have them. They've had them installed by landscapers, and what I like about them is, one, they're much brighter. Two, they pretty much last forever. They are low voltage, so they use very low electricity. So this is not something that's going to skyrocket your electric bill, but they do last forever and they look so much better than the solar light. Now, you know that I have solar lights on my front yard. Some of them I got at Home Depot, some of them I got at Temu. They have lasted. I have some that died, some that are still working, some that are kind of like on their way out. The problem with the solar lights is that they're never very, very bright. They tend to be lasting maybe a season or two. Mine lasted about 2.5, some 3 seasons, but they just don't do the trick. They're not very bright. They don't cover a very wide area, and you can tell that they are solar light. The advantage of, oh, we have a cat. Which one is that? That is Severin. Pardon the interruption. The advantage of the real landscaping lights is that they are bright, they cover large areas, they withstand weather, they are attractive, and they will last you forever. Okay, we gotta go, baby. Say hello, you're Severin. And they come in a variety of design, of shapes. You can have different bulbs, and they are weatherproof, which is great. So I'm going to show you what I got from Gardenreet, and I'm going to show you their website right now. Now, it is an investment. I am not going to sugarcoat that. What I got is 4 spotlights, because I have 4 columns, and 4 garden stakes. They are usually referred to as pathway lights. I'm actually not going to put them on my pathways. I'm going to put them on the outside of the property, because the pathway, there's a lot of plants there, and I want to do something else there. So look at the website. There's different designs. They are all metal. You can have them in different finish or coating. So I'm going to show you what mine look like, what the kit comes with, and I'm gonna go in and install them. I have to be honest, I'm a little intimidated, intimidated by the whole process. It's not a complicated system. It's basically a bunch of wires you connect together, and then once they're connected, you end up with one wire. You plug it into a transformer, and that transformer gets plugged into your regular outlet. That's it. But it is kind of tedious, we're gonna say, and it requires thinking. And you know that the thinking part is the challenge when it comes to me. So let's get started. I'm gonna show you my kit, what came with it, and we'll go outside and install them. Okay, so first and foremost, I want to thank Gardenreet for sending me this kit. It's really a blessing to me, because 13 years now I've been wanting to have real landscaping lights in front of the house, and now that I have finished my landscaping, it is just the right time. So I got 4 of these. These are the accent lights. They're the spotlights that I'm going to have directed towards the columns. Okay, so these are perfect if you have, for instance, like a stone wall. You orient it towards your stone, and it really showcases all of the details of the stone. So in each box, what you get, of course, they give you your LED bulb, and you get, and these are heavy. Okay, I just want to say they're metal, they're not plastic, they're made of brass, and then they have a really good coating on them. Let me open this. Okay. You see that big lens right here? So that lens is going to multiply the light. Okay, so here's the cable. That's the one cable that I need to attach to a later cable. So there's a good thread right here. This is the one little knob that's going to allow me to orient this whichever way I want. Let me put it back on before I lose it. And then this part here, you can take it out, and there's two big rubber O-rings. That's what they refer to as. This is where you put in your light bulb in here, right? I'm not going to do that right now. And then let's look on the inside. And then if you look right here, do you see how they really put a lot of silicone there, right? Because a lot of those lights, you're going, even though this is at an angle, a lot of those lights are oriented towards your house. So a lot of these lights are gonna get the weather and snow and rain, all sorts of moisture is going to collect right here. So they do put a lot of silicone on the inside, and I believe there's some on the outside as well, to make sure that no moisture goes into the mechanism right here. All right, the cat is back, because they really want these to last. So it's very protected from the elements. So that's one spotlight. It comes with its own little nuts, and that's going to help you splice it and attach it to the main wire. And then right here is the stake. Okay, so you have that one arrow thing that goes into the ground, and again we have a thread right here. So basically what you do is that you're going to put that cable in here, right? And then it comes out right here. So you put the cable here, see my finger comes out this way, and right where the ground starts, and you're gonna thread this together so it's really solid into the ground. You have all of this into the ground. It's a good 10 inches. So it's not gonna bulge. This is not a light, because remember, this is heavy. This is not a light that's gonna constantly need adjusting. So I have 4 of these. Oh, let's put this back. Okay. And these again are gonna go on the columns. And then I have 4 of the path lights. And the path lights are pretty much the same system. Okay, so you have a very long stake, all metal, same thing, very heavy. You can already tell this, I mean, you're paying for it, all right? This is not your run-of-the-mill little light that you get at your box store that's mostly plastic or aluminum, and then within 3 years they start falling apart. This is your main stake. You get the little nuts, same thing. Each one of them comes with instructions, by the way. This is a heavy stake. So same thing, thread and a thread. You put the wire through, wire's gonna come out through the hole right here. So this whole portion here goes into the ground, and you thread that in. This is a whole inch that goes into the stake, okay? And then the umbrella, or the mushroom top, whatever you want to call it. Okay. I don't know if you can hear it, but again, it's metal. So this is glass right here, not plastic, it's glass. You have this white coating here, and it takes this kind of little bulb. Let me show you. 3-watt silicone G4. Okay. These little bulbs, okay, I put it back in. They should last a long time. So what happens with this is that the light bulb goes in here, and because this is all white, all the light is going to go down. So it's a path light, so it's going to go down like an umbrella, and it's going to reflect and make a big circle. That's why they call them path light. And this is some serious metal. Let me see if I can bang it. Right, you can hear that. And again, same thing, lots of silicone right here. I'm seeing a lot of silicone right there. This is really protected. So that's the path lights, and I have 4 of these. Okay, so what else comes with it? You get the main cable, 100-foot worth of it. So each one of those lights, I'm gonna pull out one of these spotlights. You see how the wire is spliced up and right here, right? Each one of those lights, you have to splice it onto the cable, and that's the reason why they give you all of those little nuts, right? Okay, so you get 100-foot. In case your yard is very large, unlike mine, you have enough to connect all of your lights and then bring this cable all the way to your transformer, and then your transformer to your main source of power. And then speaking of the transformer, here it is. Now the transformer is very heavy. It's this big piece right here, and it comes with a cover. I removed the cover so I could snoop around and see what it looks like. Okay, so here's the cover, right? And you just remove, oh, wait, goes this way. There we go. It's very sealed from the elements. You can see that. You attach it to your wall, 1 screw here, 1 screw there, okay? Your main cable, this black cable, goes in through the bottom right here. Hold on, I got it, hold on. There you go. Okay, so your main cable, you bring it through here, and then it comes with a timer, and then on, off button. Okay, so basically what you do is that you plug it in, you turn it on, and it will turn on its own, and then it will stop, and then it will start again at 7 p.m. the following time. The following 7 p.m. I believe that's how it works, okay? All right, so let me get started. I'll put that back on. Okay, I'm not doing this yet. What I need to do first is these guys. I'm going to start with this. So I'm going to install all of those. I'm not going to splice them yet. I'll do that once they're all in place. Okay, so we are looking at the front. I don't think I'm going to be able to put one on that column over there. So I'm definitely going to put one here and one here. And then I'll have one going this way. And then I'll have one going that way. That's what I'm going to do. Alright? Let's do that. And then the pathway, I was thinking about putting 2 here and then 2 over there rather than doing the pathway, because the pathway I was thinking about doing something totally different. So let's do that. Let's do the small one first. Okay, so in this bed, and granted, I didn't plant anything this year, but all of this is going to be flowers and stuff next year. I have one here. It should make a big round of light. And I have one here. Then I have a spotlight that's supposedly going to go on the Rose of Sharon. And then on this area here, I have one behind the butterfly bush that's going to go on the goat, the American flag, and the column. The cable I got to figure out, don't mind the mess, I'm in the middle of it. I have to figure out to get the cable behind the stairs. Then I have one that goes on the number 16 and the French flag. I have one that goes on the big bush and the veterans flag. And I have two here that are kind of halfway through the driveway, and that's to help us backing into the driveway at night. And that's the reason why I put them there. Okay, and yeah, that's terrible. If you want to see what the front looks like. So you haven't seen the front in a while. So now I gotta wire them. And this is the beginning of the black cable. I'm going to just don't mind my dirty hands, okay? I've been working in grass and dirt. I'm just gonna
Do you still need this box back here? The one behind you?
No, I need that.
I need to get another bag for the things.
So this is the first lamp. And this is the black cable. So I'm going to remove these guys. I don't need that. I do need the caps. You basically join all of them one at a time. Split it a little bit. There you go. Okay, there's one. here's my first connection. All right, and that you bury no more than 6 inches. All right, but I'm not gonna bury them yet because you never know. All right, moving on to a second one. Okay, so cut here, cut here. All right. Okay. Okay. So let's just say this is the right side. So this goes here, here, and here. And then this is the left side. Alright, so my lamp is attached to my cable. Next lamp. Okay, so I had to stop filming for a couple of days because we had nothing but really bad rain. But here is the box, so I did connect it, and don't worry, I'm going to show you through drawings how it works, because I want you to be successful. All right, so what we have here is 2 cables. One is the left side of the yard, and one is the right. Okay, so you're gonna say, but hold on a second. There's only 3 ports. Okay, well, because you join 2 of them. So I'll draw it, don't worry, I'll show you. So there's one that's basically doubled. That's the one that goes to COM, you see that right on the left, and then one goes into the 12 and one goes into the 15. And then here is the timer. So the arrow indicates the time of the day when you set it up. So for me it was about 18, it was about 6 p.m., right? And then when you want it to start, let's say for me it was almost 8 p.m., so 20 something, you push it up. See how I can move it down? Okay, so you push it up, and then every time it's up, it's the time that it's on. So I have it starting a little bit before 8 p.m. Actually, I'm gonna move it down, and because it's still light, so we're gonna have it start a little bit after 8 p.m. and it's gonna go all the way up to 6 a.m. and then at 6 a.m. it stops. So that's how it knows when to stop and start. If you want it on a photo light, light sensitive, you would have to plug that out and install a light sensitive cell. You would plug that in, you would pull it out of that hole, and then you would just install it to the side. I still have to install it on the wall. Let me plug that on because I don't want it to get wet. And then you just install, and then you just plug that to your regular wall outlet. Okay, let me go back inside and I'm going to draw everything to show you how to connect it, because I want you to be successful in installing the system yourself. Hey, so in Edward's room, I'm gonna be careful not to erase some of his complicated math. I want to take the opportunity to show you how to do it, because I'm telling you, you can do this. You don't need to hire a landscaping company to install the lights, but you probably want to see what it looks like first, right? So here's a footage that I took at night. So you get to see my landscaping lights at night that I installed myself and connected myself, because I think it looks fantastic. So here's the footage. And then when we come back, I'll show you how to do it, so you too can have the same thing, fraction of the cost. You don't have to hire a company. I'm telling you, you can do it yourself. All right, so it is dusk and you can see it's not complete darkness. I'm showing it to you now because that way you can see a little bit better. And this is what it looks like. And to be honest, I don't think I need to change them, move them or anything. I still haven't buried the cables. What I did was mix some of the solar powered lights with the wired lights, so we got a little bit of everything. And I did turn off the porch light because I don't want it to look too much like Christmas. So this one is actually a solar powered spotlight, and this one here is electrified. That's one of the pole, and you can see that it makes a nice round halo. This is solar powered, this is electrified, this is one of the spotlight. So this one I could move it up or down. That's the spotlight that's going up on the column and onto the American flag. This one here is a spotlight that's solar powered. Actually, I think I'm going to move it a little bit more towards the butterfly tree. Let me do that now. I don't know if that makes much of a difference. What I'm trying to do is try to avoid having the spotlight going into the neighbor's windows. That's important. So this one here is another solar powered, and that one is going into my security sign. This one is electrified, and that's going onto the column and the number for the house. These are technically two solar powered, but they're dead, so I have to replace them. That's electrified, and it's going onto one of my big, well, it's kind of small right now, but it's a little bit bigger than what you've seen it the last time. It's a Russian sage and the veteran sign, and then these are the other two. And as I mentioned, I put them closer to the driveway so that they lit up the driveway a little bit when we come in. You can't see it too much now because it's dusk, but you can see a little bit of the light onto the driveway. And then for this one, again, I have a mix of solar lights. There's some here, 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 and then there's a spotlight right here. And this one is dead. So I have to change it. It was working yesterday, but not tonight. So this is what it looks like. I'm very happy, and I tell you what, one of the things that I like about them is that they are a yellow light, a soft yellow. They are not bright white LED, which I find to be really annoying. So I'm going to go across the street so you can see it from far away. And that's what it looks like. Makes all the difference in the world. Right? Finally, I have some real landscaping lights on the house. Very happy about this. Very, very happy. And they are on the timer. I'm having them start at 9 p.m. and they stop at 6 a.m. I can adjust it. Actually, they're starting, it's still a little bit of daytime, so I'm gonna have to adjust it. You can also attach a photosensitive, light thing if you want it to go automatically so you don't have to worry about it. But yeah, I'm in my neighbor's driveway. How cool is this? Doesn't it look great? I think it looks awesome. It's like Christmas. It looks really, really good. And it's only 8 lights, okay? It's 4 spotlights and 4 path lights. There's different kits. You can get bigger kits, smaller kits. I thought that this was gonna be too little. Turns out that it's almost too big for my front yard. So how do you do it? It's very easy. Let me show you. So what you start with is 100-foot wire. Okay, it's going to be, let me move this a little bit, like this. It's going to be the left side and the right side of your yard, okay? You're gonna cut it in half. All right, cut it in half. Very easy, all right, you can do that. Or you cut it right here. Usually people cut it here because that's where the side of the yard is going to be and where you're going to connect it, all right? So you know what length you're going to have. So you cut it, all right? Now, here is where you're gonna start your connection with your first light, here and here. So how do you connect? Very easy. So your first cable from your light, you're gonna split it into 2. And then your wire, the end of your wire, you're gonna split it into 2. And you're just gonna connect those 2 like this with a nut. They give you the nut. That's very easy. That's the very first one. All right? So your light is here, your very first light, and then it goes straight into the wire, and then you keep going. But then you're gonna say, well, what do you do with the rest of the light when you have to join them on the cables, right? So now I have a second light that comes in, and it comes in with its own cable. That cable is gonna do the same thing. You're gonna split it into 2, right? It comes in already split, but you split it in 2. You're gonna cut the cable right here. When you cut that cable, it's gonna get split. Same thing, we're gonna remove this right here. That cable is gonna get split into 2. Now you have 2 here, and you have 2 here. You're gonna join this one here to those 2, and this one here to those 2. So this one will be 3, and this one will be 3. Okay, so this and this together, and this together. And you put one nut here and one nut here. All right, and then you keep going like this to all of your lights. At the end, you're gonna end up with the left side cable. You're gonna split it in 2, and the right side cable, you're gonna split it in 2. Okay, so you're gonna join this one to this one like this, and that's gonna give you 3 cables basically. All right, now we're gonna go to a transformer box, This one is gonna go to the COM box. This one goes to the 12 volt. This one goes to the 15 volt. And that's it. And then you plug it in. Now you've connected the left side of your yard, the right side of your yard together, and you have everything going through your transformer, and your electrical is put together. It basically looks like this. You have a light here, and then you add whatever light you want. Each one of them gets connected to that main cable or main wire. As many light as you want. And then you have a main cable. At the end of this cable, you should only have 3 wires. They go into the box. That box then goes straight into your power. And that's it. Now to that you can add, if you want, a light sensitive photocell, and that would allow you to not have to program it with a timer, like the timer that I have. And then if you want, later on you can add more lights. You don't have to redo the whole thing. To add more light, you just splice it here and you just add a light. And then you can splice it here and add another light. The only thing I have to do now is just bury my lines. That's it. I just have to bury all of the lines. That's it. And it's done. You can do this, okay? So remember, everything has to do with 3 wires. When you add a new light, you connect this one to here, this one and this one to here. So basically your charge goes like this. Does that make sense? Super easy. So some of you are probably thinking, well, why did you go through, this whole explanation on how to do it? It was important to me because most of the videos that I've seen online don't bother showing that process. And for somebody who's very intimidated with the entire installation, I can see how you watching those videos and everybody is pretty much skipping the entire, well, how do you wire it? I don't want to skip the process of wiring it because this is the part that intimidates people and makes them stop from doing it themselves. That's the point of the DIY installation, is doing it yourself and being able to do the connections. So a lot of the videos are like, oh, I got this kit, this is awesome, and by the way, this is the before and this is the after. But you have to be able to install it yourself. So I'm showing you how to do it. That's the point of the video and that's the point of the review. I got the kit from Gardenreet. By the way, Gardenreet, thank you so much for sending this kit. Not only is it super high quality, solid metal, they are heavy. I mean, you guys saw them at the beginning of the video. It is serious metal. This is not flimsy aluminum. They don't look like they're going to bend anytime soon. Very nice color on them, very nice coating. I love the fact that they have serious silicone on them. I don't have to worry about moisture and weather damaging them anytime soon. Love the color, love the color. I was very concerned that they were going to be a bright white, like LED, cheap looking white. I see a lot of those now out in my neighborhood and I don't like them. It's got this hospital look, very industrial looking. I don't like that. I love the fact that they are yellow lights. I think it looks very nice with my house and my neighborhood style. So they're very well made. They were easy to install. They're very stylish. They're beautiful. They really are beautiful. The kit that I got comes with 4 spotlights and 4 path lights. I could have configured them any which way I wanted. I could literally put the spotlights in my little boulevard, and I could have put the path lights, all 4 of them, alongside of my columns. I could have done that. Or I could have done a mix and match. I could have put the pathway lights alongside the side of the house instead of doing them in the garden the way I did it. There's so many different configurations that you can do, because ultimately you have 100-foot worth of cable wire that you can use. You can add wire as long as you have the nuts. And those little nuts, by the way, they come in with a sealant on the inside. It's like a gel that, and you'll see when you push, you can see the sealant coming out of it. The sealant is to really protect them, the connection from the elements. And I don't know if the sealant eventually hardens, but it's really to hold them together, help with the connection, and stops it from getting any kind of moisture over the copper wire. So once you bury them, perfect. I've seen a lot of those connections. There's some of them where you just put the cable and then you just press on and that's it. Those don't last. I know they're easy to use, but those don't last. Sometimes you just have to like wrap them. They are great. It's high quality material. It was easy to install. It was, it takes a while to install, but it's easy to install. You can easily remove them if you want to. If you're not happy with the way they light up your house, you can easily pull them out. One of the things that I would recommend is that you give yourself enough slack so that if you're not happy with the way they are, you can easily move them and you're not too taut on the cables, so that you can move them around. And also, as your garden grows, you have to give yourself room to be able to move a light somewhere else without having to add extra cable. Like if you have a bush, for instance, that gets really, really big and the light is in the way, you want to be able to move that light somewhere else, a little bit 3 feet away, for instance, and have it positioned pointing somewhere else away from that bush, and not have to disconnect the whole thing. I love it. I absolutely love it. It's a beautiful kit. Check out the website. If I have a discount code, I'll put it down below and on the screen. Again, thank you, Gardenreet. This was a great product, and I thought it was very important for me to again show you how to do it with the little schematic in my, teaching moment. Because I really believe that anybody can do it. Like really, you don't need to spend thousands of dollars to get a company to come over that's going to, one, overcharge you for the lights, because they do. They will overcharge you for the lights, okay? They'll overcharge you for the lights. Then you have to pay for the labor. You have to pay for the hours and the people coming in. Yes, they will bury the line. That is true. But it's not difficult to bury the lines. Okay, it really is not. I have about that much worth of mulch. I'm just going to dig my mulch, put my line in it, and cover it with the mulch again. That's pretty much what Ralph did with his. And but he had guys come in. See, he paid to have his installed. I'm not. I did it myself. It took a day and a half because I had to take a break eventually. I connected the whole thing the following day. Not gonna lie, I didn't connect it right the first time. I didn't connect it right the first time. That's why I'm telling you it's important to know how to do it. That's why I'm showing you how to do it. And you can do it. So again, thank you, Gardenreet. This is an awesome kit. I really like it. And it was plenty lights. I thought I wasn't gonna have enough. Plenty light. All 8, plenty for my property. And I'm thinking about getting another one for the back because it's like Christmas all year long. It's really nice. It's really nice. Tell me down below, what do you think? Does it look nice? And again, I mixed it with the regular lights and some solar powered lights. So it's a little bit of everything in the front and it looks spectacular to me. So tell me down below, what do you think? Do you like it? And that would be it. So thumbs up if you like the kit, if you like the video and my little explanation on the drawing board. Check me out on Facebook and Instagram at My Great Challenge, and Patreon, if you want to see totally different content, more intimate about my family life and personal life, my history, and again, totally different content. Patreon.com/mygreatchallenge. And that would be it. I will see you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.